No kidding.
I think we're done with the technical issues.
Hush, hush, hush. Don't jinx us. Or at least hush on that. Oh, they look anymore, and we'd have been first name basis with them. Uh, I'm eh,
Yep, that was me.
and that's kind of part of our delay getting started. He's got to be in position. Even some of what he did play, it's been years. Even I'm picking up some stuff I had forgotten about. So it's kind of been for even for me, kind of like, oh, is that what happened? Oh yeah, I remember. It's been so long, I forgot all this. So for Dave, it's been even more. That's a good choice of words because it might be squirrels that have caused it. What happens is there we're on coax cable. We're not on FiOS. Boy, do I wish we were on FiOS. But what that means is the wired signal can be interfered with, have bad grounding, bad couplings. There's all kinds of little things that can happen to a coaxial cable modem, and it does. And it could be anything from weather to squirrels. Yeah, it's a little more. I think it's a little more than that with them, though. I know they have upgraded some infrastructure, but there's still a lot of cable. Way more than I wish they had FiOS all the way up to the house. Yeah, squirrel chewing on it would just break it rather than just causing. Hmm. Yeah. Yep, and that's what they had to go find. That was basically what they were describing to us, what they've had to deal with. They didn't say what exactly it was, but they were basically describing that's probably what's gone down. We've seen it before. It's like once every year or two, this something like this happens. We've had it before. Not our first rodeo with this, but this is the most inconvenient one because we're trying to stream with it at the same time. We've done research into other options, but most of those are like premium data, which usually means it's like unlimited premium. It's like, what's a premium data? It's data's data, and it's just their fancy way of saying once you use our service more than we would like you to, we're going to start capping you off. That's not unlimited. I don't care what they say. To me, that's false advertising. Looking at you, Verizon, and they all do it though. Yeah. We can put it on top of the house, but that doesn't mean it's going to be high enough to get the signal we need. The trees are still pretty high around here. So, all right, that's enough preamble. I think we're good. I think we're finally ready to get back to the game after all this mucking about. It was Tuesday because Wednesday we were down, Thursday we were down, Friday we were down, then the weekend we don't do it on the weekend, and then today's been the first real attempt. So, fingers crossed. Yeah, so am I. Now, where we were last, we had just gotten past Moonbrita, basically sacrificing herself to an Ascian but they've learned that they can be killed. They killed an Ascian in the process. Nabriales, yeah. So no. Of course, Dave won't know what that is yet. That's a little further down the line, so let's not get into that. So anyway, we don't want to spoil him. So anywho, basically where we're at is they just had the ceremony, the funeral, the remembrance, and memorial, and that's basically where we are. That's our recap. Okay, you ready? All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna get over here back to Menphilia instead of running around the room in circles. That's just Discord. If it's too bad, let me know. But I'm streaming to Dave. Dave doesn't watch the stream. Are they? Yeah, it could cause us a little bit of issues. As long as I'm clear enough. I think I've got a natural kind of bit with my speech anyway. As long as I'm clear enough to be understood, that's all that matters. Dave doesn't watch the actual live stream. What was that? What just happened? Dave doesn't watch the live stream. He watches my Discord stream to him. So he sees my point of view.
Ah, crap.
Problem?
Everything I was saying was not picked up at all. Again!
Are you muted? Are you muted?
OBS was set to the mic, but the mic wasn't being picked up. I had to reselect it.
You were definitely muted the whole time.
Thank God.
Did I not say before we began we should do an audio test?
I did do checks.
This is the time I can say, I asked you, say you want to do an audio test. You're like, no, it's all fine.
Okay. All right. I'm Mike TheZorch. That's Tygra. And Dave, say hi again.
Hello.
Me and Dave would have been heard.
Yeah, it would have been heard.
Too.
Well, you heard the rest.
People probably wondering what's going on.
We were talking about our awful ISP.
Well,
and how it's fixed now.
Yeah, that's the short version.
You know what? Let's just...
We're just gonna go from here.
Let's just pretend this didn't happen and continue.
That's just too long a preamble. I said do an audio test next time. Okay, I'm at Menphilia. They was probably wondering why it's so weird. Why is only one guy talking? It's like somebody's probably muted. It's like, yep. Okay. Let's just get started. All right. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Can you be heard? Let me see.
Mask of Grief.
Okay, yes, you can be heard. Okay. Let's
Yes.
just get a quick check.
Yeah.
All right, You ready? I'm gonna talk to Benfilia.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
What? Now what? What?
Check
What did you do, Ray? We're losing our audience here. What did you do?
All right, let's go.
You
Mask
sure?
of Grief. Yeah. Mask of Grief.
Okay. All right, Mask of Grief. Okay.
You were reading her.
I know. I'm just kind of get my mind back in the mode. Give me just half second there.
Oh, that's what the gear grinding was. Okay.
Yeah, it was just kind of clear the smoke from the, you know. Okay. Have you a moment, Tygra? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Okay. I'm going to do more majority reading tonight since,
It's mostly the feel nails.
Well, okay, I meant Ida. Oops.
Yeah, she's looking down.
Hey, Tygra! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her special flowers. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Verona a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Verona is a bit difficult at best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Ratherfrost. Verona can be a little intimidating.
Alright.
Especially if you're an old especially if you're an old guy who crafts weapons. She can be very intimidating. Especially if she wants her payback.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. See, wrong way. There we go. I do not see you yet. Where are you?
I'm coming out of the 7 Tavern.
There you are.
Alright, Rowena.
What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Eldritch trinket to trade? One of these. They got you running errands now. Then Scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chukibu stables next. Anyway, what is it you were here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Tell that Ida lass I got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decided to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. right in.
Right then.
Wait a minute. This is not where we're supposed to go.
Wasn't
One
it
of those
that
cases.
over area?
What? Oops, wrong button. One of those cases where my mind thinks one spot and the game says someplace else.
Ah,
Actually, I was about to go the wrong way again. All right.
I hate when that
I
happens.
was thinking of returning. What happens is I was like thinking return to Ida, and the last time I saw Ida was back inside. So
Wait,
what?
we
I
were
think
going
you
the
went
right
out
way.
the wrong thing.
We went the wrong way.
We're going the. Wait. Oh, Ratherfrost. That's right. This is the Crystal Tower.
Went the wrong way.
I started to go this way, and then I thought, no, it's over there, and I'm like, okay, never mind. It's been a hot minute since I've played. Mental navigation is not completely there yet.
I'm not even playing the game, and I still know the navigation better in the game.
Oh, you go wrong way.
Well, I was questioning it. I just didn't question it enough. I was talking with Ida. What do you expect? It rubbed off on me a little.
Oh, that's your excuse now.
And I'm sticking to it.
Her, your airheadness rubbed off on you.
There, that is the right way. It's called method acting. There we go. I like that. That works even better. Got to get into the character, you know what I mean? Got to get into the role. I think this one's voiced. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Nope. It's not.
Oh. Ramona can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says again and again and again. And then again and again. It drives me crazy. What I meant to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moon daisies are often hung into rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menphia during daylight hours. Minbrita loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Hello.
That don't look good.
Nope.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Yeah, I bet they're at red alert after seeing that go by.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do
Yeah, it's
something.
around a
quick.
dozen of them.
I need to mute the messages for. I know nobody else can hear them, but it's starting to drive me a little bonkers. Hold on. What's that under? See log details. Notification sounds. Free company. It's a bit much right now. Okay. I just needed to fix that little thing real quick. You ready? Are you behind me?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go back while everyone's over there panicking. For good reason.
Oh, yeah.
A whole horde of dragons just showed up. And it can't be good. And it's Ishgard that's freaking out over it.
Mm-hmm.
They've been saying the things are stirring. Pay attention, things are stirring.
Yep.
And I am digging myself into a wall over here.
Mm-hmm.
I am Mr. Wrong Way tonight. My head's been in different projects, so I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things. Okay, so we're looking for Alfie. Where are you at? I guess he's inside. Yeah. Where are you at, Alfie?
Looks like he's in the solar.
It's Solar, yeah. Okay, here he is. I'm at him. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I think I was reading him. I
Yep.
think originally.
Yep, you were. No. You were reading him.
Yep. Okay. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Mumbrida's passing. Her loss would be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korathos will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report.
We did the chrysalis, and there's no more duties left from here to Heavensward, is there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Defenders for Ishgard. Starting it.
Yep. The envoy is here.
I thank you for receiving me at such a short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands in a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble houses, finest, though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat. A victory, if such may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault.
You paint a grim picture, milady. It is reinforcements you seek, then?
We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks, thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid.
Very well. I shall depart for Korathos at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence.
It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our pleas will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You've faced Midgar-Somer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well.
Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Mummel.
Trying to read for both of them back to back is tricky.
Yeah.
Now they won't help.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if they were gonna when this comes up.
Mm-hmm.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
If you're trying to bring peace, that's not exactly the way to do it.
No.
Alrighty then.
Dragonhead. It'd be cold out here.
Oh, yeah.
It's snowy with a chance of behemoths.
Freezing with a chance of frostbite.
The good news is I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah?
We'll take the pluses. We'll take the wins when we can get them. I think I know what's probably coming up very soon. It used to be a 8-man duty, but they changed it to an instance. It's an instance battle now.
Yeah.
Which is all the finer. Everybody, I think, universally hated that duty.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Alfie. It seems I was the swifter, Momo. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot.
Whoa. Let's talk to Alfie first, I guess. See if he has anything.
Yeah. Mark the nervous glances our friends share. The dragons have attacked, yes, but something else has occurred. Something unexpected. Let us question the knights here ere we proceed.
Okay, you're gonna do this guy in the back first?
Yeah.
The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered, let's find one of the other guys. Back here? We'll just take turns. These are.
When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones.
Let's see, this guy?
Yep.
Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. This guy.
We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine.
Alright, back to Alfie.
'Twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard.
Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead.
My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause.
Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But lest we speak more of this back at the camp, Sir Emmerich awaits you. She changed gear. It was kind of a silver dull gray, now she's wearing white.
Yeah. Alfie.
Oh.
Gotta talk to Alfie.
I'm alpha nerd. Alright.
The worms roar. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horsefant will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us.
I have a tendency to just do what seems like the right next thing to do before I actually go reading any text. It's like, she walks up and says, "You're supposed to meet us back there." So my brain just automatically goes to go that way. It's like, oh, I gotta do this other thing first.
In other words, squirrel!
Almost.
It's either a squirrel or a rabbit.
Depends on which rabbit.
And I think it's inside.
You know, one of these days I'm gonna stay on course. Ow!
Oh, Mr. Wangwei today.
I don't know what's going on.
Why you no go the right way? Alright.
That was the last place we saw Emmerich.
Alright, Mr. Horsefart. 'Tis reassuring indeed to hold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Oh, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory.
So, I wasn't going the wrong way. I was just not going the right way yet. See, there's a difference. It just wasn't the right way yet.
Oh, Wang Wei.
Oh, whatever.
Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside?
Alright.
Alright, Emmerich.
There you go. This voiced? Nope. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologies for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for.
Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience.
On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Istinian. He will react to you if you're a dragoon. Who gets to read Estinian? May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon?
An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons.
They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravinian. Okay. First time dealing with Estinian.
Yeah. You want me to read him? Or do you want to read him?
That's so much like who would be Well, given the makeup of the party later on, you've got, because I think he's got a pretty neutral, deeper voice. Go ahead and take him for now, and we'll switch later if we need to.
Alright. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander.
A little more growly, I think.
If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease. Be at ease, Momo. I did not come to challenge you this day.
Okay, so you've been that far at least. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's designs, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravinians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye.
Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldreth. The beast is said to have terrorized Korathos since Ishgard's founding.
Aye, many of the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the beast worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of its strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depth of its rancor. The eye itself is secured deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravinian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, saying nothing of Nidhogg himself.
Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed.
It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates.
You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature then?
Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested.
So it would seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us?
I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons.
This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war?
I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthos would be burned, it would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole providence of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthos. They would not even have to drop steel.
An imperial province, sharing a border with Mordona, 7 hells. Ahem, very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone.
Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar...
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Needhog's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me, wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Needhog's voice. Then the worm who roared.
That's often
then the worm who roared was Needhog. Aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war.
You know, the idea of, well, if we fall, look all the bad crap that'll happen, is Actually, that's what Alphanud used on him.
Mm-hmm.
Except they didn't budge. Alphanet immediately budged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alfie.
Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister state of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes at some of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed.
Careful what you ask for, Alfie. You might just get it. May you live in interesting times is not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
Committed to the cause.
If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Just use your damn...
He calls us how many times with a link pearl, and then like, yeah, go make a report. What? You have a link shell in your pocket?
Your damn link pearl, you offin nerd. Where are
Wait,
you at?
I don't see you. I'm down the hill. Where'd you go? I was heading south. There you are. Okay. I didn't realize you weren't behind me.
I was busy slapping Alpha Nerd.
Oh. Sending us to make a report, he could clearly just... I guess you could argue he eventually figures out how to use one. You with me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You should feed that dog. You can show up and out here. I think Fido wants a steak.
I think he wants Kentucky Fried Chookaboo.
All right, Minphilia's in a different spot.
Yep.
You got Minphilia?
Yeah, I'm at Benphilia.
Okay.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Okay, maybe the link shells
Pray
don't
summon
have
the others. Everyone must hear my report.
conference mode.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Volunteer Dragon Slayer. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge the Grand Company's soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades would be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphinaud. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Reverence Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Korthos. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Stalforn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over the walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. find Taru. Okay, you with Taru?
Yep.
We are rather close to Korathos, aren't we? We'd best see it to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Tygra. I have 101 things to discuss with Staffhorn. Follow back to Taru.
Science would fall apart without her.
Right?
Someone's Slayer's about to get bent.
Yeah. Okay, you were reading him.
Yep. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Korathos, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I also see about finding room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and they might try their luck. And you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms.
Tataru.
Ah.
Now you did it. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse.
It's infectious.
Accomplished adventurer. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I am not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard.
Ishgard sounds like she's in a tight mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to ye about. I need ye to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if ye've seen him since, have ye? God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Uda. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad let him making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing as binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. And the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Woolred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp among wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Woolred. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you go on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you in Momo. Let's see, which one?
There's one over by the gate. We'll take care of this one first. Adventurous Frontier Hand. So read the last one? I guess I could take it because you just did a lot of reading.
Yeah.
So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sounds of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to give reverence to guard reverence toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? And wanders off. So much for guarding the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's one around the corner somewhere. Where are they hiding at?
Oh.
Yeah. I was going where the dot was, but the dot was right near us. I'm like, it's got to be up.
Sell me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I have worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Okay, this one's down here.
Probably down.
Ow.
Not a scratch. Not a scratch.
Singular adventure.
Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer their mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Well, that was a definite nope. Get to Taru. She is back over here.
Yep.
That was a definite nope.
Yep.
There you are, Tygra. So did you sway any hearts? One or two, eh? Well, adding that makes about 3 or 4, not including Stafford's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one reverence-told veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. An allied perspective. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphanud. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphanud said he would meet with you in the Royal Promenade. So, you know, here we are. You got war coming, and they're running us all over the place. This was always what bugged me about Heavensward. The dragons are coming. Okay, now do these 50 other things in the meantime. Wait, you guys were acting like this was urgent and like imminent and like they're about to smash the door in. Yeah, we know, but go do these 10 other things.
The British are coming. What? The British are coming. Well, actually, they did come, but...
They did come. That was more urgent at the time. But it's like, it's always what bugged me about the storytelling in Heavensward. It always is like, the dragons are coming. And then, well, eventually. They sure taking their time, ain't they?
Uh-huh.
That's what I never understood it. They do get better at that, though.
Yeah. Out of my way, buckethead.
And at this point in the story, we don't know who started the war to begin with.
Actually, how much do you remember about the Dragon Song War's origins, Dave? Just curious.
The former High C is guilty of crimes.
Close enough.
Yeah. We shall see. We'll probably get into Heavensward today. We started on time.
Maybe? If they'd ever get on with sending us to the actual fight.
Yeah.
Filler. Well, if I remember this portion of the story, depending on how it is changed, our numbers have to be, of the science, have to be reduced for a while.
Well, that does eventually happen. I don't know if we'll get into the end-capping event. Well, that's the thing. If we did enter the gates of Heavensward tonight, that would be as far as we would get because the banquet takes a while.
Mm-hmm. That was their first of the very long cutscenes.
Yeah, I think it's what, in 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
So it'll. It was the first time they ever warn you about the time you need. And you might want to sit down. When they say you might want to sit down for this, they mean it.
Mm-hmm.
And they use it later, too. That's their quick warning of saying, you might want to sit down for this one.
Mm-hmm. And we've already got forewarned about trouble brewing in our own ranks.
Yeah. And the Crystal Braves are They've got some problems. It's been obvious since for a while that there's some shady business going on. Somebody's up to something.
Yep.
Wasn't there supposed to be an event going on of some kind? There's nothing here pointing to it.
Well, this was supposed to be the Halloween event.
That won't probably start for another couple of months?
No, Halloween is the end of the month.
No. I meant a couple of weeks. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going the wrong way, but this way can still work.
Which way did you go?
Around the corner upstairs and...
Ah,
there it is. I started to go the wrong way, and then I realized there was another path. My usual, recalculating.
Wrong way.
You're talking about? I'm right in front of Alfie.
Alright. Alpha Nerd.
3. Alpha Nerd. And 3, 2, 1. Oh.
My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience has prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
This is probably voiced.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Uldar has not.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alfino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
I was wondering where the decision to hand over the Brass Blades, hand over security of the city to the Brass Blades was done, and I'd wondered why. Now I remember. It's commented on later.
Yeah. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hoshfont and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision. As short-sighted as it is, we strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? Then the assault is begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravanian hordes ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Momo, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Ser Mercilane at the Gate of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory.
That's right, drag us all the way across the countryside just to have us drag us all the way back. You know, it really was a waste of time to ask the Alliance for anything, because it's clear they would have said nope.
Yeah.
Because Ishgard kind of dug that hole themselves.
Yeah.
When the Guardian was at the doorstep, it's like, you know, enemy at the gate, and they're like, meh, your problem, not ours. Did they honestly expect them to do any different when it was their turn?
Yep.
Alpha still has a lot. What's that, Dave?
And we warned them just a little bit ago that's likely to be the case.
Well, even Sir Emmerich recognized they weren't going to get much, if anything. Even he's like, yeah, I ain't expecting much.
Yeah.
We're boned.
Yep.
He knew it.
Oh, yeah.
But man, having to scold little alpha boy, you know, got some growing to do. Enjoy this nice looking warm weather. We're going cold.
Yep.
The thing is, the interesting thing is the dialogue is still about gather your adventurer friends. That was once true, but they didn't change that because this is an instance now. That's a pretty chookaboo.
Well, we're boned.
Ice barding. Okay, it's the ice barding. Plus he it's not blue, but I like the colors. Squirrel! Moving on.
Ooh, shiny thing! Sparkle, sparkle.
A little bit. And then comes flying by a sparkly, shiny thing.
Yeah, you're acting either like a dog or a cat. Not sure which one's more distracted.
Well, my character is a Mikote, so.
Cats. And that, a species with perpetual ADD. Every time we always come in from this side, it's always foggy.
It's just foggy here a lot.
Yeah. It just seems like when we come in from this side, it's always foggy.
I think go the wrong way.
Yeah. I know which way my GPS was going. Even my own GPS in my head was telling me wrong way.
Wrong way again.
Well, my first clue was where's the
Jackie? Why you keep going wrong way?
I am not early. I am not late. I mean, I arrive right when I mean to. Mikote is never late. He arrives just when he means to. He usually has some time to do after he's chased 10 other things across the field. It is cold out here. You maybe want to get that looked into. One time the other way actually would have been more direct.
The other way would have been more direct.
Might have been. Well, given the reliability of my GPS tonight, I think I'll just take it that we arrived. I'll take what wins I can get. So have you seen the redesigned Steps of Faith, Dave? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? What they've done to it?
I have never seen it.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I guess you both are about to be in for a surprise. You remember what it used to be, right?
Yes, you had to attack a giant dragon as it was walking down and taking out the wards.
Okay.
Yep.
You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There was no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravinian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks. And for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain. What? Oh. I think I forgot a step. I don't remember this being... We gotta go where? What are we doing? We're going way over there.
Defeat the Duranian forces at Whitebrim.
Okay.
Okay, looks like they added something.
I don't remember if this was originally part of it or not. It might have been.
It might have been.
I was expecting it to go straight into it, but nope. Alright, running around the countryside we go.
To war!
Eventually.
For Skyrim!
It's not that cold.
Oh, okay.
This way and around.
No.
This is not where the gate is at.
We'll keep going the wrong way.
That makes for dead dragons.
Yep.
Okay. Now where are we going? Way over there.
Where to? Ah.
Steel Vigil.
Yep. Shit. Okay.
I just punched the turbo boost.
When in doubt, fly.
The streams are looking a little choppy from time to time, Mike.
It's all green.
Is it green?
Yep.
I don't know if it's just because my browser window is not the main window right now.
I'm not dropping any more frames. We did drop a few when it was rigging out a little, but it's not doing it anymore.
All right, as long as it works. You know, this would actually be a fun time, given where we're going, to have that big Savara fate pop.
Oh, yeah.
It would be an appropriate time to have it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not up, though. Even the precursor lead-in is not up. Well, that looked appropriate for a dragon.
Yeah.
Chain him. Actually, machinists are built for dragon hunting. That's why they made the role. That's part of their reasoning.
Or their lore.
There's whole.
Yeah.
It's part of their lore, yeah. All right, where are we going? Ah,
So back to
now
the
we're
Gates of Judgment.
there. Now we're there.
Alright.
What news, adventurer? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and your fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Here we are.
The steps of faith.
Yep. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Daffin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, a thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protections, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge, wherein the wards are sealed. Yet there 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask that you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I don't know who this is yet. I should hope that includes us as well. Okay, I guess that was Thancred. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We could not do well to stand idly by while the hordes threaten the good people of Ishgard.
Indeed. To do otherwise would go against all that Master Luiswa has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Yida and I will join the rear guard.
Right, as if the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. This is new.
Oh,
this is all new right here. Alright,
Alright, go home, bird. Alright.
Alright, you ready?
Let's see, what are you going as?
Well, we're separated.
Oh, I mean, what are you going as?
I'm probably gonna go ahead and go as ninja. You can go with whatever you want to go with. We're not partied.
You know what? I'll do dancer.
Okay.
I haven't done dance in a while.
Dance those dragons down, huh?
Uh-huh.
I trust that you are ready then. Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield.
Alright.
Normal mode. 3, 2, 1, go.
And you 2 are going for a dance off for the dragons.
Mike is.
Ninja just has a different style of dance.
I've not seen this in a long time. I don't know. I assume it's the standard kill everything that wiggles and stay out of all the monster piss. I think is the typical. Okay. Horse behind us, dragon in front of us. I can't read what she's saying fast enough.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
I shall make it quick.
clearly stay out of the center. Oh.
Uh-oh. I can't move.
Fall back now. Get out of it. Get out of it.
Alright.
They've used the newer voices when they shouldn't have them yet.
This one'll sting.
A lot of dragons.
Yeah.
Animation locked on that one. I almost bought the farm. Time to just build up.
Come on, die, you. I should be able to do a lot of damage to this guy. I think I got him. No, or it's not gonna fall. Gotcha!
Got him. That was a classic. You shall not pass!
The dragons! They're withdrawing! Victory is ours!
I'm waiting for my cutscene to catch up.
One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow.
Okay, I'm caught up.
But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battle for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Ishgard and all the rest. But I yearn to spill your blood. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will save my lance.
Mario hops down here.
Alrighty then. Alpha nerd. Mama, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my crystal braves were not found wanting. Commander Levior, Momo.
That's Emmerich.
Oh, okay.
Commander Levior, Tygra. True to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy.
We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Duranian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap, equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggle against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for tomorrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbert back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. You can't see shit out here right now.
When we had guns. Still gets us there though.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of 6 one, half dozen the other. You gotta go over and down and over versus around and round and round and round and down. I don't think it matters.
Over the hills and through the trees to Nabriales' house we go. Could have worded that a little differently, but we're trying to keep this a rated T stream.
Okay, I'm at Menphilia. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Ready.
Tygra, welcome back. Alphen had sent word of the siege, and of course of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Tygra. Thank you. Okay. Administrative decision. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You must be wary, Tygra, and now may very well be your only chance to... No, never mind. Antecedent... A message from Ulda arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Namano Ulnamo invites the Scion of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ulda in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized by our part in lifting the siege. You for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place of such celebration. All three refuse to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send a hastily assembled company of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. And are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would provide a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We've scarce had time to mourn Mombrita, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought of that such occasion may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Totaro, if you would be so, would you do me a favor of contacting the rest of the Scions? Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Curious. I have never known Totaro to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Let's just go chase Totaro around the world a bit. That's gotta happen somewhere. Yeah, it probably is. Yep. Okay. I don't know, dude. I don't know if we're gonna get to the big event. I still got us chasing small things. Destination. Totaro is conspicuous by her absence.
Amen.
Totaro, I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Wondering if they took this out or not. Apparently did not. It goes for her character development, so
yeah,
it's needed to be kept. Some things remain, even though they're a little odd, for that very reason alone.
There she is.
Used later.
Up here.
Ah. In the classic Lalafell wobble.
Yeah.
Oh, Tygra, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing really. Well, it's not nothing exactly. But it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Menphilia before things get any worse. Unless you always know what to say, Tygra. I'm glad we've had this little chat. Okay. Alright, I'm back at Menphilia.
Okay.
Ready?
Hold on.
Say when.
Alright. I'm back.
Yes, Totaro, you have my undivided attention. I have been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Tygra made me realize that there is no time like the present. And time is what I'm here to ask you for. I am not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned the rest. But I suspect that lying a bit is far from your intent. You know me too well, antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Horay Boulder and Culinet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself and others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Whoa! Oh, Horay Boulder.
Whoa, hey! That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, antecedent?
Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me?
Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who wants to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol, and I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer of the capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party.
Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able.
My thanks, antecedent. I take my leave of you.
Okay, hold on. I need for New Game Plus. It's not a problem in normal gameplay because this is a split where you go one way or the other in the MSQ. In normal gameplay, you can actually pick up both quests. In New Game Plus, you can only have one MSQ quest at a time.
Okay.
So we have to choose the same one. We have to pick one. So, I guess to start from the top.
Unexpected ambition?
Yeah, let's just start with that one.
Okay.
The power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcana. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Laminsa. Yes? Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see if all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. See how that one turned red? It's a quirk with New Game Plus.
Yeah.
You would normally be able to pick the other one up right behind it, but that ain't how it works in this mode.
Yeah, now we're running all over the place again.
Yeah, we're back to run around, but we can't even pick up both quests at the same time.
Run around.
So we would normally be able to pick one up, go from one to the other, then come back and drop them both off. But we have to go there, back, and there again, and back, and somewhere else, and back, and round, and round, and round.
Round and round.
This sounds like an appropriate time for a song called You Spin Me Around or something like that.
Yeah, but the copyright guard dog would be spinning us around and around the same way. But this is exactly where you would put that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if we gave it an AI twist to it?
Well, there's a lot of possibilities there. Some of that stuff's gotten pretty good lately.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's better than crap you hear on the radio, so I'm...
Out of the way, Buckethead.
Direction to come back. I remember the Hooray Boulder part of this census. I remember the Tataru one, because that one's really this one's really memorable, but I don't remember the other one.
Yeah.
I think he's all jazzed up that we're with him, and that's about the most I remember. This one, you would have to be an arcanist to remember to know how this one, the humor behind this one.
Yeah.
Going to Limsa, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think we're going to get to the Bloody Banquet tonight, Mike.
Yeah, we're probably not.
Yeah, honestly, we're going to need the time.
Yeah.
So, I got a sneaky suspicion that part's going to be tomorrow night.
I've got a sinking feeling.
I still want to find out which episode he says that in.
Thing is, Peter Cullen today sounds better than Peter Cullen in the past. He's got that deeper, more gravelly tone.
It's more gravelly now,
his
huh?
voice, so it makes
Like Mark
Optimus
Hamill.
sound more badass.
Like Mark Hamill, it just gets better with age. He just some voices just age like fine wine.
Oh yeah.
Mark Hamill would be another one like that. Sounds better today than he did when he was Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Peter Collins would be another one that has that. They just get old, they just get growly and raspy, and it just works for him.
Oh yeah. Same thing happened with Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
The Batman.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, some people's voices just get better with age.
I know. It just got deeper and it made Batman sound meaner.
Well, that works for Batman, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you go to portray a much older, you know, more abused Batman.
Oh, yeah.
When you get into that, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, it works really well for his character.
Every so often they do these memes on X and Twitter. They say, you know, if someone could narrate your life, who would you pick? What celebrity would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good one. Who would you pick?
Morgan Freeman. Could there be anyone else?
I don't know. That's good. Maybe Patrick Stewart. That would be a good runner-up. I mean, it's the one place he actually beat out well, you said Morgan Freeman. I was thinking of James Earl Jones for some reason. I had that in my brain.
Yeah. He sounds like Grandpa Picard now.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it today. Let's see.
Oh, you're passing it.
Oh, you can be distracted. Morgan Freeman would be good.
It's downstairs.
Who else? Who would I? I ain't got me really thinking about this.
Oh, Keanu Reeves wouldn't be too bad now that he's done, after he's done Johnny Silverhand. Oh, and if he were alive, Max von Sydow.
Oh, yeah. Though you might people might get the impression you're a villain. Okay. Tygra, what are you doing here? I didn't mean for her to worry. It's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is the reason I'm here. Don't you see? I, Taru, shall become the greatest become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress Thumbergrin's behest, that's my best guess, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again.
Poor Tataru.
Why do I feel it's not going to go well for her?
This is a big blow to her ego.
Yeah, this one bites a little bit. If it isn't Tygra, what brings you to the guild? So, you are acquainted with our newest member. An arcanist of your experience must see her potential and is somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and then goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Kalia's supervision. A thought occurs to me. Why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you the ideal choice. You need only head to the cliffs south of Zephyr's Gate, as before, and observe at a distance. So, do we get to plop down and rest and roll around in the grass after she finishes? Talking about calculations?
Hmm.
I wonder what it says if you not picked up Arcanist.
Hmm.
This is when they were getting really heavy on the jobs you have or what you've done influencing the storyline.
Yeah.
Like Estinian's recognition and saying, I'm not gonna fight, I'm not here to fight with you. Because in the Dragoon quest, he's a little more of an antagonist than not. Whoa! Squirrel! Okay. Actually, they had a good mix of instruments there.
I don't know. I don't recognize the song.
I don't either. The group they have is assembled well, though. But I don't recognize it. Okay, we better, we'll check it on the way back.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
Okay, now, how that works is
good, though.
Square Enix prioritizes certain network throughput so that people can synchronize as bands. And while they don't normally like people using add-ons and stuff, they aren't against people using...
It's kind of don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, but they're not against people using a tool that uses MIDI files to play music.
Well, it's still against the terms of service, technically.
It's still against,
they turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
All right, checking the thing. Wait,
it's
surveying.
not like the one that they banned recently. That one hooked into the game.
They had some people cause some... Did the dragon just breathe fire?
Yep.
Zorch's to Pirate's Port, where she met her shining jewel. For the bringing of the smuggler's plans to naught, come the last whom none could fool. Beat 'em with a backdraft, gut 'em with a gust, deck 'em with a downburst, go carbuncle go. She's all chippy and cheery. Oh, those are the crates I spy. Ah, and this must be the true test. But we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Nope. Carbuncle? See ya. Yeah, come back. I had no time to read the rest of that. Come back, Carbuncle, come back! Carbuncle's like, nope.
Goodbye. Oh, wait, she's over this way.
Oh wait, we still looking? Okay, okay. Yeah, she's over here. Me going where I think I should be going rather than where I should be going. Oh, poor thing. She's in panic mode. I should have known you'd come, Tygra. You needn't say a word. Your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you and the others. I will inform Mistress Thunberg of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcania, like so much else, is beyond me. For Tataru.
Mm-hmm.
She finds her path eventually.
Yeah.
Just takes her a little extra effort.
She enjoys showing leg.
Yeah, given her chosen, her eventual chosen profession.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We were listening to some other music recently. One of the tracks was from Crystal not that the time one, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is from that. It reminds me of one of those tracks.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, but it sounds like one of the ones they played. Could be easily wrong, but
yeah.
But anyway, what we were talking about before is they do not go after people that do this, so that lets people come out here and have concerts.
Yeah. I think this is about the maximum number of people that are able to synchronize.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8.
Yeah.
Well, that's a full party, and that's what it synchronizes with. All the party members.
I think one of the reasons why they turn a blind eye to it is because it doesn't lock into the game.
It doesn't hurt the game at all.
It uses keyboard commands.
Yeah. But we've seen people play all kinds of music at these concerts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get to the bloody banquet at all tonight.
No, I realized that earlier, that it was getting a little on the later side.
We haven't even gone to find out what happened to Rorid yet.
Or Hooray Boulder. So all those things still have to take place first. And there's still a little bit after all that, so...
Yeah?
I don't think we're getting there tonight.
Nope.
Because it's already 9:58, so...
Yep.
Our time's almost up.
That cutscene is about an hour long.
Yeah, and we're about an hour from it, the way things are going. You know what we can do when we wrap up? Let's just go back to the concert, because we're almost out of time anyway.
Yeah.
Ah, back so soon? How fare our fledgling arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thumbriggen. Admittedly, as Tygra will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist, wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skills with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcana. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? You are too kind, Mistress Thunberg. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Command unavailable and what? What? This command unavailable in New Game Plus mode. What triggered that? I wonder if I have a quest that's. I wonder if I have a quest that's available away from. I might have a class. I might have a class quest. It probably showed up in it. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to check it. I'll check in on that later. Okay, talking to Tataru.
Ancient ways, timeless wants.
As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Well, wait. I know what I can do. That's it. If you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. Wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it'll pay off. Alright. Do we want to... It's... Dave, you want to finish this Tataru bit up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
She said Costa del Sol. We'll do the Tataru part first.
Okay.
At least finish that bit up.
You're checking the boat.
Yeah. That's a valid method. How we're doing it. Which way'd you go?
I was headed towards the Chook booth.
Oh. Costa del Sol.
Yep.
Alright, where is she at? Looking for a little Lalafell. Here she is, I found her.
Okay.
Yes, this is it. This is where the men at the Drowning Winch told me to look. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshort, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. So, Lala Felon bodyguard. Guard duty. What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only be a moment.
No. Destination.
Destination.
A little harder to kill than I thought it would be.
That was little more than I expected. That was thicker skin.
No.
Normally they're just a one-hit drop. Well fought, Tygra. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as the wards against dark magics in ancient times. Though I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Well, I mustn't keep Flamin waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the science in the Leminson markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Resizing Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Tygra, and thanks for everything. That sounds rather final, did it? How about until we meet again? Going evil.
Lala Felon.
Lala Felon. Alright, we'll go ahead and ride back. I guess we can do that as we're kind of doing our rollout, I guess.
Yep.
Unless you want to get all the way back there and finish the quest, but that's about it.
Yeah, get there and finish it.
See if anything happens between then and there. I'll take the long way then.
They see me roll and they hate and trying to catch me riding dirty.
The Lala Felon.
Ah, crap.
It does look a little choppy, though. I'm looking
What
at
does?
The stream.
It was having a little bit of issues a few minutes ago, but it seems to be back to normal.
It's coming and going.
It's coming and going, but it's mostly been good.
Okay. I was gonna go and see if that group was playing something recognizable. They sound good. They're some of the better sound. They're one of the better sounding companies I've heard. It's kind of what I want to hear them see what they do, because most of what they had earlier was actually sounding pretty interesting in terms of the arrangement. It was just they were playing something I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't have that good of an arrangement. I was impressed by that.
Looks like they're gone.
Nope, we showed up just as they went kaput. All right. So much for that.
Yeah.
I checked in, they checked out, so.
Yeah. Speak with Nabriales at the Rising Stones. Is that after they got done rolling?
That's after they got through waking. Waking in the sands. And that's before any of the falling snows. Yeah, we're able to get there tonight. We try not to linger too far past 10 o'clock because Dave usually winds up with Betty by time.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of leeway into it, but we try not to keep it too long.
Yep.
And given that very quickly we'd wind up with a storyline that would lead into a hour-long thing. It's best to kind of slow it down here.
Or we try and run into a big fate with a huge fight.
Yeah, give it a little bit of room for that too. I would look to see if that one fate out there on the beach was there, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
I looked for it though.
The crab fate.
If it'd been there, we'd attack it. We'd have tackled it. It'd be the first time we've come across random big fates. A random battles cloud.
Over here is where Bubbly Bernie pops. It's a fate. He was a notorious monster in Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah. One of the earliest you'd come across.
Yeah. I used to fight him as Beastmaster. Beastmaster and White Mage combo. Actually, no, White Mage and Beastmaster combo. Because of the White Mage's enhanced charisma. Made the Beastmaster a bit more potent. And you can heal yourself.
I think nowadays with the trust system you can do whatever you want. But I haven't played that game in a long time.
Yeah.
You can pretty much solo it these days. They've taken all the complexity out of it. It's almost more soloable than this game is. Yeah, I think that's how much it's changed. You can pretty much solo it even more than this game.
Yeah.
Because the trust system that they have there is nothing like the trust system here. There, I mean, you have a whole party of NPCs fighting with you.
Yeah, in the open
world. Need a party?
world.
You can call your own.
Yeah.
No, I think you can even take them into fights and duties.
Ah.
Yeah.
But they travel around with you as a party in the open world of the game.
Yeah, and you can take them with you into duties now, and also some of the level capped areas that made some of those areas very difficult, they don't have those level caps anymore.
Yeah.
Which makes me very proud that I had my gaudy harness. There was the gaudy harness. It was called the gaudy harness. It was armor that had high charisma for Beastmasters. But to get it, back in the day before they nerfed everything.
I think we want to go the other way. North.
We can go that way.
Unless we want to take a long way back.
I thought that's what we were going to do, but okay, we can do
then
this
we can take the long way back. You want to take the long way?
Choose wisely. Besides
go.
having your dog sniff my bird. Okay.
Smells like bird poop.
But where was I? Where was I? What'd you do to that dog ears?
What?
Oh, they howl?
Howls and barks.
Oh, the gaudy harness. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That was back before they nerfed it. And there was a section of a certain area in the game with a lot of charmable mods that were very high level compared to the Beastmaster's limited level cap level. And to get in there, there was a certain creature you had to charm. And they had special 2-hour abilities, and that was, when you used it, you could hold on to that critter for, I think, 30 minutes, guaranteed. But wasn't
it a slime?
It was a slime. If you failed, you were guaranteed dead.
Yeah.
If you succeeded, then that was only the beginning of your trial. Then there was all kinds of going through there and doing all kinds of different stuff. It was hard.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of luck and a lot of skill. That was back when it was hardcore.
Slimes were nasty.
It was like what do they call those? Not trial of passage. What do they call those?
The girls aren't there.
What's those things that are sort of like something trial of what am I looking for? Rite of passage.
Rite of passage.
Like a rite of passage for a true Beastmaster.
Yeah. To
be able to get this thing for all the stuff you had to do to get it.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you could do this, you were a true Beastmaster. It was one of the hardest things you could do as Beastmaster. I mean, it was doable, but it was a big chunk of luck and a whole lot of sneaking around and doing a bunch of other stuff. I actually got the thing.
Yep. You learned how to sneak around as Beastmaster.
Everything that I ever did in that game, and that was my #1 favorite thing to have done, is to get that piece of armor. No Odin this time.
No.
Looking for anything unusual. But no, those are the good old days.
Oh yeah.
And then they nerfed everything, and I don't think I've been back since. It just wasn't the same when you're sitting there in the beginning area of Valkyrie Dunes, not by the beach, but by the caverns at the beginning, and then somebody would go flying past you with a goblin. What were those? One of the goblins, the meaner goblins. What was it called? He was a white mage class.
I forget what they call him.
I forget. There was a particularly. It was a particularly nasty breed of goblin.
Yeah.
And somebody would chain him, or even a couple of them, over to the zone line.
Mm-hmm.
And to watch the madness and chaos as those goblins made their way back, all the way back to their spawn point, murdering all those hell-level parties along the way. Those are the days.
And Garlic Citadel. Someone would run to the zone line with a ton of bats up their heel. And then the bats would come flying back to where they belong, and they would just eat everything in their path. And everyone.
It's actually the source of when you fight a mob in this game. After a certain distance, they'll turn around and head back to where they spawn from. That's legacy from the change they made in that. Because when they first introduced that in 11, they would just disappear.
It was the MPK patch.
It was the MPK patch because of Beastmasters. Some Beastmasters abused it. The game wasn't PvP, but they would abuse it by luring an enemy over to where a party was and then releasing them. And then that monster would be way above that party's level and proceed to beat the holy schnot out of them.
This way.
After a while, Screenish got tired of all the complaints, and they finally nerfed that. The code today, where a mob just turns around after a certain distance, is legacy of that. It's the legacy of that.
Yep.
In dungeons, it's not true. It's kind of weird in dungeons, because some dungeons, they will turn around. They will not give up. They'll just chase you to the end of the dungeon until they beat you senseless. In other dungeons, after a certain distance, they just turn around and go back.
Yeah.
It's different for different dungeons. I've seen them do both. Like in what's that one? The Copperbell Mines. They'll turn around and turn back. In Stone Vigil, they do not give up.
No.
Unless they've changed it since. They could have changed it since, but the last I've seen, they don't turn back. So it's a mix.
Yeah. I remember that one time you were up on a hill outside Bastock. And you said you were running, and you had this train of goblins following you all the way down.
That was strangely the night before. That was the night before I found out my grandma passed away.
Huh.
There was an event. I can't remember the exact details of that now. It was something. I was having trouble with one of the goblins. I ran from it, and in doing so, I panicked. I wound up picking two more up, and I come flying around the corner in a fit of panic, and a couple of other people were on top of that hill around the backside. One of them said something now. It was funny. I can't remember what it was. And I think the goblins got me, and those folks actually gave me a hand and got me out of it. But there was something about it that was really funny. But anyway, it was after that, like the next day, I found out that I'd gotten the call that my grandma had passed away.
Yeah.
Me and Dave had some interesting moments. Remember the Moblins, Dave?
Yes.
I saw that! I saw that happen! I just surrounded him and just...
All I had to say was remember the Moblins.
I just saw them surround him and they go, oh, he's dead.
we didn't know, and neither did Dave, that group came as a pack. They were all linked together. And we were down there, and we were just doing something. And Dave got a little too close to one of them. I don't know what he was doing, but he got a little too close to one of them, and they decided he looked like lunch. And not one jumped him, but a whole gang, and they were just all around his character, just standing there, just all in a circle, just pummeling him.
And to this day, I don't know what lies
hammering
beyond
him.
them.
hammering him to the floor like a nail.
Yeah, and me being the brave, absolutely stalwart, brave white mage that I was, what did I do? Promptly teleported my little ass out of there. I'm like, nope.
I think that was before Adurgan was added.
Yeah. No. It wasn't before. Yeah. That at Urgan, yeah, I think it might have been.
Yeah.
It was pretty early on. We were exploring new areas. I never did see anything past that.
Yeah.
I never did get to see anything past that, but because we were trying to explore, there was a place down there that we were trying to learn where it was and explore the area. But we weren't high enough level to really. We shouldn't even have been in there.
We kept getting eaten.
The Moblins decided to teach us the error of our ways.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
there was that, and
there was the bitch slap from hell.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, what was the guy's name? He was in that company.
So it was Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah.
And we were down there. He was helping us, and we had. Am I missing something?
I have no idea.
Well, you wanted to find something that didn't make something interesting. Well, we found shiny, sparkly things. I still don't know what's going on.
I have no clue.
I have no idea what's going on.
We were trying to unlock Puppet Master.
Yeah, you were trying to unlock it. And we had gotten into that area. And there's these snake ladies.
Yeah.
The female upper body and then a snake tail. Lamias. Yeah. And you got too close to one of them.
Well, we were invisible for a while, but we had to grab an item, and we became visible, and she just reached out and did a little slap.
Back slap.
Boom.
It was just this back slap right across the head. And you just dropped to the floor instantly. It's like, what? It's like, ooh, that looked painful. Mr. Goodbar got in there and he got beat. He almost bought it at the farm on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Alright, let's finish this quest up.
Yep.
Welcome home, Tygra. I gather you found Tatari when lives in Lamensa. Yeah, we found her, and then the snake tried to eat us, and she's fine. My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. Okay, the next one will pick up tomorrow.
Yep. Next one is Where We Are Needed. That's that other one.
Yeah.
We couldn't pick up from here. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, folks, it is well past our time that we should be ending. I want to thank everybody that that watched the stream tonight. This is our first time being able to actually stream in several days.
In a reasonable, functional way.
Yeah. I mean, we had a few bouts there where we had some issues, but for the most part,
it's
good quality.
Way better than it had been. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Before we just hardly could get any data out.
To the point where it dropped.
It's different now.
Yeah. It's better.
I should probably invest in a better machine for this because I'm like hitting 50% on the CPU. OBS.
Yeah, you could use more headroom.
Yeah. Get a better mini PC. A newer generation of this model.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Still, it's a good little machine. Maybe we could turn it into that arcade thing we were wanting to do before again. If I get a good one. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching us. I've been Mike TheZorch with Tygra, and with Dave listening in and watching Tygra stream via Discord. So good night, Dave.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We do this Monday through Friday. And we take the weekend
from
off.
7 to 10 p.m. CST.
Yep. All right. Thank you again, and we'll see you all tomorrow.